So it's time to go over my second week of Sketchtember. This week starts on a Tuesday because I ended on a Tuesday or a Monday last time. I think because... No, it's a Saturday. I don't know. Whatever. And on a Tuesday. So the September 11th was the Tuesday because we left off on my bad day. So I came home and, as per usual, instead of finding a new good show to watch, I decided to watch Gilmore Girls again. Because Gilmore Girls. And then on the Wednesday, I had logged on to my Twitter, and not the artists themselves, but the artists I follow had shared a post about this amazing sweater that this other artist had designed. The artist is called Snow Lattes, so you can find them on Twitter under Snow Lattes, I think on Instagram as well. I'm not gonna lie, there's probably some letters and numbers added to the end of that, but if you go to my Instagram page or my Twitter, I linked them in Hello Guinness. Cat. Okay, get out of the way, buddy. There, just want to make sure I went back and focus on the comic instead of on the cat. Anyway, so I saw the ad for it, and I'd never followed theirs before, but the sweater is so cool. It was basically a black, like, crew neck sweater. Guinness! Black crew neck sweater with, like a skeleton on it, and then inside in between like the skeleton cavities and on the arms and stuff was a bunch of fall leaves. They have a spring version too. I think it's called like the Sakura sweater, and it has like pink flowers, cherry blossom, thing like that. Anyways, the reasons to not buy it were threefold. A, it was USD. B, it was a little bit expensive. I mean, not expensive for what it was, but for what I should be budgeting for clothing is expensive. And C, was going to have to pay shipping from, I believe they are in Singapore? In any case, I ended up pre-ordering it anyways. So if you follow Snow Lattes, you might be able to see this sweater. They released it on pre-order only, and they did say they were going to release it again in the spring, I think? In any case, so if you go to my Twitter or my Instagram, you can find a link to their account, and from there you can find their Etsy store and put on notifications to see when they post again if you also want to purchase this sweater. It's beautiful. I'm so excited. Then on the 13th, which was what was that? I think that was a Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. I dyed my hair purple, which, as you can see, I dyed my hair. I was very excited, and I really love the color. The company I used was Overtone. They're out of the States, so you'd have to pay shipping if you live in Canada like me, and also more money because of conversion. But it's really good. So they have a deep treatment, a conditioner, and then you can get like a sample if you buy two, like a deep treatment and a conditioner. You can get a sample size of another color in a conditioner. So I got the purple in the deep treatment, and then I got a blue in the conditioner, daily conditioner, big bottle, so that I could layer blue on top of the purple. I think that looked nice. And then I got a different color in the sample size to try it later. But it's held up pretty good, so Overtone's pretty good company. Then the 14th, which was a Friday, I was at work. My day job, I work in a pharmacy as a pharmacy technician. So, like, I have a medical license of sorts. And me and some other pharmacy technicians and assistants were standing around, and we started talking about... I think it started with talking about where we like to have our pants sit. Like, just talking about fit of pants. And I like to have everything up around the smallest part of me on my waist, because I find things like slide off. And my friend Caitlin said she liked it on her belly button, and I said, well, yeah, that's where mine is, on my belly button, because my belly button is at my waist, like it's like maybe just below my waist. And then we started comparing where our belly buttons were at our day job, providing medications for patients. In any case, I thought that was pretty funny that was how we chose to spend our time. And then on the 15th, because it was a Saturday, was Animal Study Day. Guinness might pop in again, and I'm very sorry if he does. So Saturday I did frog studies, and hey, guess what? Frogs are stupid. I mean, they're not stupid, but I don't like their anatomy. It seemed simple at first, and then like trying to work out, like here, that he's got no neck bone. Like it's not, he's too short. I tried to do a few others. I did like the skeleton trick again to kind of get a better idea, but the skeleton was so weird to me that it didn't work. So then I kind of just kept pulling up different poses, like that one again didn't really work. And as I kept looking, I eventually found a frog that I really liked, and I doodled him out, and he looked stupid and grumpy, and I loved him. And so I kind of kept him around. So I went with him, and then I did the gold ink on it again, because I've been having fun doing that, just like highlighting the ones I liked. And then on a Sunday I wanted to do kind of I did amphibians and lizards this weekend. The previous weekend I did birds. The previous weekend I did a rabbit, because it was just one day. But so I did leaf-tailed geckos, because I kind of liked how like creepy they looked sometimes. Also extremely adorable at the same time. I don't know, they were very interesting. It was like fun to characterize. The skeleton was really interesting, especially the fact that like the skull is like a solid plate instead of multiple pieces together. I wasn't really expecting that. In any case, I really liked all these little geckos, and I drew a little oak leaf behind that one because, you know, leaf-tailed oak leaves. So yeah, those are my leaf-tailed geckos from this Sunday. And then on Monday, it actually came... Did it come on Monday? It may have come on Friday. I got our Taco's Correspondence School of Wizardry, Cantrips, and Other Magics box, which, if you listen to My Brother and Me, you've probably heard of the Adventure Zone, and if you listen to the Adventure Zone, you obviously know what this is, because they did a thing with the Mysterious Package Company, I think, and I pre-ordered it when it happened because I thought that sounded really, really fun. It's in the corner of my little Wizard's First spell book that I've been working on. I'm not going to open that up because I don't want you to, if you do want to do it, I don't want you to get spoiled by it. You can't order the box now, but I don't know if you bought the box used off of somebody else or if yours is still coming, if you are somebody else who ordered it. Yeah. So it's full of puzzles, and me and Sean were like, yeah, we got this. And we did for a little bit, and then we definitely didn't. It was some of the puzzles are, I don't think the puzzles themselves are necessarily hard if you are good at understanding that puzzle, but if it's not a puzzle you're really like comfortable with or accustomed to, oh my god, it was not. There was one that was just, I couldn't wrap my head around it. Then on the 18th, I physically got my license. So I told you before that I'm a pharmacy technician, so technically I have a medical license of sorts. I don't want to call it a medical license because it's not that, but it's like I'm a medical professional and I have a license in it. Healthcare license? I don't know. Anyways. And so one thing that I was thinking about with my license was like, okay, now I'm a medical professional, officially, and you have to listen when I complain about the stupid culture scene episode in House, because quite frankly, anyone who works in pharmacy who has ever watched the culture scene episode of House wants to throttle the writers. I won't get into it because you probably don't care about pharmacy stuff, but it's stupid. In any case, the culture scene episode of House is stupid, and I hate it. And yeah, one of my friends always makes fun of me because every year at least once it comes up and I get really mad and I have to complain about it. So I said, now that I have a license, you have to listen to me. So on the 19th, I put the date in wrong there. Thanks, Caitlin, for pointing that out. I was tired. But on the 19th here, it went from being roughly like warm days but cool nights, which isn't at all unusual for early, like late summer, early fall in New Brunswick. But since I didn't really get to do much this summer because of previous licensing, I wasn't really ready for fall yet. I don't dislike fall, I was still like holding on to summer, and I really wanted summer to keep going, so I was kind of laughing that up until that day, where all of a sudden it was cold during the day, and cold enough that like, it didn't feel just like, oh, it's a little cool today, like it felt cold. And I mean, I know once spring comes, I'll think that's balmy summer weather, but I thought it was funny that I went from like, no, it's summer, no, it's summer, no, it's summer, ooh, it's fall. And I was actually pretty excited about it, which I was happy about. I was worried I was going to be not in the mood for fall ever again. I'm ending up going past the week that I did last time because I have more drawn today after drawing the one, but I'll also include my one from yesterday, where I found out that my friend Caitlin at work, who's another pharmacy technician, that she's a pharmacy technician student. She's almost done hers. She's just in the process of finishing up her stuff. She said to me, she had tweeted that she was 28 and she'd put her underwear on backwards and inside out twice in the last month. So I commented back that I basically, like, the leggings are thick They're like pants. I've put them on backwards multiple times. Almost every time I wear a certain pair of leggings, I put them on backwards, and I don't realize until I'm at work. I'm like, why is the front of my pants so baggy? Like, why is my vagina so saggy? And then I realized, so we had both gotten up for like the 6:30 a.m. shift, which we were up by, like, I was up around 4:30. She was up by 5:30. So I made a little comic about our 5 a.m. fashion. Inside out, dirty clothes that are backwards, and yeah. In any case, that has been week 2 and a bit of my Sketchtember, which I guess there's only like a week and a half left, so probably I'll just do one more video with the last plus a little bit to kind of get to the 30th. I hope to hopefully record that on the 30th and maybe record myself drawing the final comic, because this has been really fun, and I might actually continue to do these little comics throughout because it's been really easy in this little sketchbook, and I made myself a little template so I don't have to keep redrawing the panels by hand each time, especially where they're just little simple panels. But yeah. Also, for Inktober, I plan on doing the month more than likely just in animal studies, and I have some done already essentially through this that I'll probably do like more finished things with the illustrations I liked from these books, but I do want to try and do an animal study a day in ink. So if you have any animals you'd like to suggest that I haven't already mentioned in my previous Sketchtember ones, so that would be a hare, owl, raven, frog, leaf-tailed gecko, and in the future you'll see them. I'm doing an anglerfish, a crab, and a wolverine. If it's not one of those, feel free to comment down below and say what you'd like me to draw, or you can tag me on Instagram or Twitter if you want to, if you have an animal you think would be fun for me to do a study of. In any case, that is it. I've got to go eat some supper and put on my pajamas because it's cold.